Welcome. Welcome. This is the second live spring evenings live stream. I'm getting my words confused. My name is Jessi Rosinski, and I'm glad to be here together. So, welcome if you are joining from the East Coast and it's the end of the day, or if you are in some other time area. Warm welcome to you. So, the Spring Evenings live stream is a time to spend a few moments of inner care, celebrating the day that has just passed, and really just be the center of our own attention for a few minutes. So, to welcome you here tonight, I have this really beautiful lilac blossom, one of my favorite flowers of the spring. And so it's so wonderful to smell this blossom and to have it in the space tonight. And seeing the spring unfold is one of my favorite parts of the season, favorite parts of the month of May. So I'm really enjoying having all these blossoms around me. So, as we get started this evening, I also want to put a link into the chat to the Radiance Point website. So, if you are interested in more experiences of inner care, I encourage you to visit. There is a really lovely offering up on the site now. It is a spring care package. So, it is filled with experiences that are meant to support you during this season of growth and blossoming and transformation. And it includes movement, breath, meditation, creative and reflecting journaling prompts and activities, as well as a soundscape that can be used as a meditative experience. It's a piece that involves flutes and nature sounds that I made with a dear friend of mine. And so all of this is bundled together in a package called the Equinox Bundle. And so it's a self guided experience. And also, I want to point your attention to a new way of offering these items is I unbundled them. So there's a spring celebrations page where you can decide what you're most interested in. If you are drawn to the meditations or drawn to the breath work, you can select and purchase a la carte whatever is interesting and most supportive to you. So I invite you to check that out on the Radiance Point website. So, as a way of settling in today, take a moment, start to turn your attention inward. And think about what is one way in which you have nourished yourself today or experienced some kind of care or nourishment. And as you inquire, take a really wide view of nourishment. This could be eating a cookie and really savoring it. Could be having an uplifting conversation, taking a walk outdoors, decluttering something in your environment. Just think what may have nourished you at some point today. For me, I know that a nourishing moment was some teaching that I got to do earlier and really hearing about people's experiences. And another moment for me was a bit of a walk about an hour ago. So, in golden hours, the sun was starting to set to procure this really lovely lilac blossom. And as I was out, I bumped into a dear friend and neighbor and had a few moments of conversation. So wonderful to connect. So take a really wide view of nourishment. What has been nourishing to you today? And you might take a couple deep breaths, and on your inhale, really be aware of what it is, this object of nourishment. And on your exhale, let the exhale fan that nourishment out through your entire being. So inhale, a deep awareness. And exhale to radiate that goodness, that nourishment all around you. And take one more deep breath and release. So, just like we had a wide view of nourishment, that there are many ways to nourish oneself, there's many ways to do anything well. And this includes caring for ourselves. So, what I offer here are invitations to explore your inner terrain and landscape and care for yourself. So, you are here to try things with an open mind, have an experience, and see what it's like for you. And also know that what you experience today may change over time. A practice that feels really resonant might feel less interesting at a later point, or vice versa. I know for me, that there are many practices that I really enjoy now that were difficult or I was even aversive to at first. And so mindfulness is really all about getting familiar with your experience. So you can use this time and these practices as a way to get familiar with yourself and with your experiences. So, what I'd like to do tonight is lead a guided breath work. And this breath is a counted breath. So, there's a rhythmic measurement to it, which can be very stabilizing and grounding for the whole system. And after that, we'll move into a guided meditation where we're tapping into our awareness and acknowledging our full experience. And so, everything I offer is an invitation, it is always a choice. Prioritize your safety, your comfort, your care. And so, as we experience this counted breath, I invite you to come into a posture that's going to be comfortable for you for about 5 or 6 minutes. When doing breath work, it can be very helpful to have a symmetrical position to the extent that that's available in your body, and also an elongated spine. And what the symmetry and elongated spine provide are a mechanism for the breath to flow freely through the channels of the body. So you're really supporting even and steady breath flow. I'll be on the screen the entire time. However, there's nothing specific you need to see me for. So if you'd like to close the eyes, feel free. And if not, you might soften your gaze and just look downward or make the gaze a bit more gentle. So this reduces the stimulation, the visual intake that we're experiencing. And this breath is a counted breath. So you'll want to do your best to inhale for the full count of the inhale and exhale for the full count of the exhale. So really pacing out the breath. Breathe in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils or mouth, your choice, whatever feels best for you in this moment. And as we go, I'll be adding on to the breath experience. So know that at any point, if there's a part of the practice that you really enjoy, you can pause there. You don't have to keep adding on. So we'll start with an inhale for 4 counts, breathing in through the nose, and then an exhale for 4 counts, letting the air out back into the world through either the nostrils or the mouth. We'll do several rounds of this. So, from that dignified posture, let out any air that might be in your system right now. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4. And release your control of the breath. Take a moment to notice. You might ask yourself, what am I aware of right now? What is the impact of that counted breath? What impact does it have on the body, the quality of mind? Anything you notice is welcome. And from here, we'll add on with the invitation to hold the breath in between the inhale and exhale. So there'll be an inhale, a retention of the air while it's inside the lungs, and then an exhale. We'll do all of these for the 4 counts. So inhale for 4, retain and hold for 4, exhale for 4. And we'll do several rounds of this. And remember, at any point, you can stick with the practice that we've already done if that feels more appealing to you. And I'll keep with a fairly moderate count and know that if you're sensing you'd prefer a little faster or a little bit slower, this is a completely natural response. And when practicing on your own, you can adjust the count in any way that you see fit. So we'll try together in for 4, hold for 4, and then exhale for 4. So reestablish your elongated and symmetrical posture. Set the gaze of the eyes to be very gentle. Release any air that's currently in your system. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Release the breath. Let the body resume its natural rhythm. Notice, what am I aware of? That is the effect of this purposeful breathing. And to continue on, we'll extend the exhale. So we'll continue to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and this time exhale for 6. An extended exhale is well praised as a method that can be very grounding, anxiety reducing, and stabilizing for the system. So making an exhale any amount longer than the inhale can have a deeply settling effect. So we'll repeat several cycles, in for 4, hold for 4, and then seeing about pacing the exhale out for a complete 6 counts. So make any adjustments to your posture that you need. Set the gaze in a comfortable way or close the eyes. Release any air in the body. And here we go. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And release the control of the breath. And again, ask yourself, what am I aware of? What's the quality of the physical body? What are the feelings in the heart space? What do you notice about your energy level? And what's the quality of your mind like? And as we move into our meditation, keep this attention on what you are aware of. On your in breath, notice, I am aware of. You might be aware of sounds in your environment, thoughts in your mind. Anything in your experience is welcome. So, for instance, as I breathe in, I notice I'm aware of the scent of the lilac. And that's something in my awareness. And as I breathe out, the invitation can become, I acknowledge that. So as I breathe in, I'm aware of the scent of the lilac. And as I breathe out, I acknowledge that it's really pleasant. It's really enjoyable. So inhale in awareness and exhale in acknowledgement of how that feels to you, how that is in your experience. So I might breathe in an awareness that I can hear traffic or the train outside, and that the acknowledgement that sometimes those sounds feel jarring. I inhale awareness that there's several of us gathered here on this live stream, and exhale an acknowledgement of gratitude. So we'll stay with this. Inhale, I am aware of. Exhale, I acknowledge that. And there is space for all the experiences, your thoughts, feelings, physical sensations, energy experiences. All these awarenesses are welcome. And the acknowledgments of how they feel for you, their realness, their validity, they all belong to. Inhale, I am aware of. Exhale, I acknowledge that. So if you inhale something that is not a comfortable piece of awareness, inhale awareness of a difficult conversation with a coworker. Your exhale is not acknowledging that that situation is okay or that your response to it would be passive. The acknowledgement is acknowledging that you might be hurting or stressed or confused about that interaction. And that response, your felt response, is what is acknowledged. It's realness, that it's valid, and that there's space for that to belong. So the acknowledgement is really a true welcoming of what is in your experience and that there is space for it. You might find that you take a few breaths for one experience, or that each experience might reveal a few layers or pieces. Spend as much time as you need with each awareness. In breath to tap into your awareness. An out breath to acknowledge your feeling, your response. This awareness and acknowledgement invites in all experiences, comfortable, uncomfortable, pleasant, unpleasant, space and acknowledgement of all of them. We'll spend another minute or so with this practice, and to conclude it, I will ring a gentle bell. And as the sound of the bell fades, let this practice of awareness and acknowledging dissolve into the background as well. You might draw in a deep breath or two, very gently reorienting yourself to the space around you. If you've closed the eyes, you might open them. And if your body is calling for any gentle movements, stretches, yawns, please welcome those in. Approach yourself with lots and lots of gentleness. I find that this practice is especially helpful for me at the end of the day when there's a lot of intake throughout the day that's accumulated. And sometimes it feels like there's a lot in my mind, a lot in my system. And really matching an experience to an inhale and an exhale helps me process it in perhaps several cycles of breath. And then something else reveals itself. And it's a way for me of like tracking and pacing my experience, and can be so helpful for me to have that way of anchoring my attention and having a focus. And so, working with breath and with meditation, it creates a connection. And it's a connection to ourselves for sure. And it's also our relationship to everyone else. So, while this certainly is a still practice, it's a solitary practice, it's really about relationships with ourself, our inner self talk and narratives, our relationships with others, our interactions, our perceptions, our judgments, our narratives. All of these are supported by taking some of this time for care. And so I appreciate this time together. I hope that you find it beneficial at the end of your day. And there will be continuing sessions, these spring live stream mindfulness evenings on the remaining Wednesdays in May. Next week is May 18th. And in the meantime, if you have anything you would like to share, a reflection, or you'd like to stay in touch before the next session, I am reachable at this link that I'm dropping into the chat through the Radiance Point website. You can click here, or from the website, there are several ways to contact and connect. And I'm always interested to hear what people's experiences are. If you have a clarifying question, if there's anything you want to share with me, I so welcome it. So again, my name is Jessi Rosinski, and it is a privilege to be in your presence and to spend this time together. I hope you are so well, and wishing you lots of goodness and awareness. And I hope to see you back here on the live stream next Wednesday. Take really good care.